Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see Honolulu going up against Charlotte. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. LaMelo Ball is out there with Curry. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Gill. And it's Mourning in at the center position. And for Honolulu, we've got Mike Bibby. Pierce is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Mullen. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's going to be Honolulu off the tip. Nowitzki with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Jokic passes to Nowitzki. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Hey, that's on the defense right there. Can't let Dirk get the positioning he wants inside.
And it's the Hornets ball. Ball fires from way outside. The long distance 3 is buried.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Mullen kicks to Bibby. Down low. Jokic passes to Nowitzki. Mullen dishes to Nowitzki. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Mullen. A rebound by Larry Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hornets.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
And stolen by Mourning. Pass to Gill. And Curry has it in the corner. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And Dale Curry is a sniper of snipers. Lethal, fearless, shooting from the perimeter. Gotta get out on him.
Here's Pierce. And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's Mourning. And Mourning throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Well, Clark, we know Nikola Jokic has many interests outside of basketball, like training his horses.
I love that about him. When basketball season is over, he knows exactly what he wants to do and needs to do to take care of his body, but he's not going to be a slave to basketball year-round. He's got other interests, and he's going to indulge and engage in those. He's got other passions, which I love seeing, and horses apparently one of his other passions for sure.
Stolen by Bibby. And a fast break for Honolulu. Here's Mullen. And Mullen with the slam.
Extending for the jam doesn't happen often, but he can get up and throw it down. Doesn't matter how he does it. Mullen has a knack for getting the ball in the hoop.
Now here's Ball. Knocked away. At the top of the key, Curry. And the rebound goes to Honolulu. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And the shot is good.
You know, this is Mullen's role. He's out there to score, which includes capitalizing from inside, too.
Charlotte leading by 3. Outside, Ball. Here's Gill. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. Outside Mullen. Bibby for 3. Shot clock reset for Honolulu. It's good. The assist that time from Mullen. It's a tie ball game.
If you don't want to get burned from behind the arc, you've got to chase Bibby off the three-point line.
Passes it to Gill. Charlotte moving the ball around. Ball against Bibby. Mullen kicks to Bibby. Inside, and the jam by Nowitzki.
He's not a high flyer by any means, but Nowitzki still can throw it down on you.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Gill. So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
Well, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
is out there for Honolulu. So Honolulu calls timeout.
It's that time, man. T-shirt time. All right, fellas, your dance team. Make some noise.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. DeRozan with it. Into the lane and finished off by DeRozan.
I'll tell you what, I don't know of anybody more aggressive at attacking the basket than DeRozan. A lot of his points come off the drive.
Charlotte trails by 4. Now the pass to Newman. Trying to get something going, and he sinks the layup.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Grant left side. DeRozan for 3. Reed with the rebound. And so here's Charlotte. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
Bogues against Reddick. Bogues, good.
They've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And Reddick kicks to Hayes. Hornets with the rebound.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bogues. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Second shot opportunity. Can't capitalize inside. It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses are clicking. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
14.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, for Honolulu, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. Johnson is out there with Gill. Then it's Curry. Then there's Mourning, and it's Ball in at the point. Timeout called, Honolulu.
Fans, your dance team.
Comes in for Kevin Love. And Mike Bibby is subbed in for J.J. Redick. Gill the pass to Ball. Dishes to Mourning. It's deflected.
You know, some might say Hayes plays the game angry. And there was definitely something angry about his defense there. What an emphatic rejection.
Here's Johnson. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Bibby. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first
And
personal
Bibby is
foul.
an active scorer, one who is skilled at drawing the D's
At the
hand.
line
For
for the
Honolulu, they've shot
Oklahoma
2
team.
free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Two shots.
The first one falls. And Honolulu making a change here. Reddick is checked in. That one misses.
And, you know, one of the things you like about Bibby, he's energetic at the point guard spot and can light you up with his jump shot. This guy is really solid.
Johnson.
And so it's Honolulu with it. They trail by 1. Here's Bibby. The dish to Brand. Bibby against Curry. Second chance shot. Bibby with the bucket. Bibby's got 6.
Just making a smart play call. Bibby moves things around to create space for himself on the attack.
Ball against Bibby. Ball kicks to Johnson. It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Hayes. And here's Honolulu. Here's Bibby. Another shot. The shot's good from Hayes.
We've seen the Big E do this forever. Dominant inside, using that size to create second chance opportunities.
Charlotte calls timeout. Substitution here for Honolulu. Kevin Love's checked in for Hayes. Pierce comes in for Lowry Markkinen. Brandon Ingram is checked in for Elton Brand. And Floyd subbed in for Bibby. Gill against Ingram. Some solid defense from Ingram.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now here's Ingram. Back to Reddick. Jacks up a 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hornets making a change here. Lynch is checked in.
Coming on the floor for the Oasis.
So it's the Hornets now.
Kevin Lynch.
Ball with a wide open look. And the Hornets miss again. Mark the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball. And the only thing holding him back now is his health.
It certainly is, and it's unfortunate because he's a talented, fun-to-watch player. He's already missed a bunch of games early in his career, but he is the total package as a point guard now. Great length at 6'7", and I still think he has MVP potential. It's a matter of can he stay on the floor? Very athletic play that time by Gill inside. Nice job working to get the high percentage shot for himself.
Here's the pass to Reddick. Pierce kicks to Reddick. Those 3 pointers off the mark. Charlotte trails by 3. Outside, Ball.
2 minutes.
Here's Gill. Here's Johnson. And the rejection by Love. To the paint. Stolen by Ball. To the inside. Here's Mourning. It's deflected. Pierce against Ball. The shot by Pierce will not go. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Shot by Johnson, no good. Honolulu leading by 3. Outside Reddick. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for 1 more.
He's more than just an outside shooter. Reddick also has a sweet touch from that area.
So an almost entirely new grouping now for Charlotte. Gaddison, he's checked in for Johnson. Wingate comes in for Gill. Bogues, he's checked in for Lynch. And Bennett subbed in for Ball. It's good.
Running the offense with purpose and aplomb. Bogues, a prototypical point guard.
Timeout called, Honolulu.
Every timeout a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
checked in for Love. Brand comes in for Pierce. Mullins checked in for Ingram. And it's DeRozan in for J.J. Redick. DeRozan against Bogues. Floyd. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Floyd's got the lead up to 6 now for Honolulu. And so it's Charlotte with it. Here's Bennett. Got a hand on it. And here's the fast break. Here's Brand. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. Brand's got his first bucket in this one.
Look, if you're going to try to stop Brand inside, you got to bring the physicality and toughness all game, because he's a load.
Pass to Wingate. Back to Bogues. 35 seconds left in the first half. Nifty move. The rebound by Mullen. Honolulu leading by 8. Here's Floyd, and he jams it with authority.
You know, defensively, you have to bring extra help to stop Floyd on the dribble. Sleepy is looking to penetrate and is wide awake.
Now Bogues. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Brand. Throwing a fast break for Honolulu. Pass before. Fires for 3. He got it up. And so it's Honolulu with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we'll be back with you shortly. If you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. We've seen Mike Bibby really having a great game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
So Nowitzki sitting on the bench. This is Eric Spoelstra is on the field. We got DeRozan. Brand out there with Mullen. Then there's Floyd. And it's Hayes in at the 5. Here's Ball. Fires the 3. Cranes the three-pointer. Ball's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Charlotte.
Well, that's pretty amazing accuracy on Ball's shot. You see a lot of young guys operating from deeper and deeper range. He's one of them.
Hill the basketball. And the rebound goes to Honolulu. Here's Mullen, and he drives in.
Look at how Mullen slips past the defense there, taking full advantage of the opening.
Charlotte trails by 9. Curry passes the ball. Back to Curry. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Floyd with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. Just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And the Hornets call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Floyd. Here's Johnson, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Once Larry Johnson has the rock in close, he might as well put up 2 on the scoreboard.
On its way from DeRozan for 2. Tries again, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Charlotte trails by 9. Here's Johnson, got a piece of it. And Redick kicks to Mullen. Pass to Brand, got a piece of it. Honolulu passing it around. To the middle, here's Hayes. And he finishes nicely on the way. Hayes has got the lead up to 11 now for Honolulu.
Using his size and maybe just a little bit of power as well inside. That's how Hayes beats the contact.
Outside Curry. Kept alive. Goes back up. Mourning can't make it work. And here's Honolulu. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
You know, it's really the defining part of DeRozan's game, driving the basketball hard at defenders, and he'll come right at you with athleticism and strength.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Brand dishes to Mullen. Outside DeRozan. Kicks it to Reddick. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 5 assists in the game. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. It's a 14-point game. Outside for Curry. Curry with another miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Back to Reddick. Outside Mullen. The pass to Hayes. Just fine to shoot. Johnson outside. Ball against Brand. Ball, the pass to Curry. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 8.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
And Mourning sends it back.
And that is why shooters fear Mourning. He's got excellent instincts for coming up with the block.
Honolulu leading by 11. Mullen passes to Hayes. He's off on that one. Johnson with some nice D. Here are the Hornets with the ball. Back to Curry. But 3. Here's Mourning, and Mourning throws it down.
Mourning just a beast on the glass, using that muscular frame to get into prime position there on the board. Nice effort anyway to change his shot and get around the defender maybe next time.
Ball kicks to Johnson over Brand.
Perfect timing on the rejection there. This is the type of defense Brand can play.
Hayes finds Reddick. Back to Hayes. Out to DeRozan. Mullen against Johnson. Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Curry. That misses off the back. Timeout called. Honolulu.
If you want a free shirt, you need to be a super fan, and that means bringing all the noise you've got right now. That was your dance team. Make some noise.
Bibby for 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Honolulu in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. LaMelo Ball is out there with Bennett. Then there's Mourning. Then it's Johnson. And it's Curry in at the small forward position. Honolulu leading by 9. Here's Floyd. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And his passing is probably the most underrated part of his game. Pierce is a terrific playmaker on that wing.
Now here's Bennett. Tipped away. Stolen by Bibby. Here's Floyd. Johnson with the block. Out of bounds as Honolulu keeps possession. Bogues, he's checked in for the Hornets.
For the away team, Muggsy Bogues.
Jokic passes to Pierce for three. Bibby, and that comes off the assist by Pierce. Pierce has got 3 assists in the game. Bogues against Bibby. Bogues the pass to Mourning, and Mourning throws it down.
Hey, that's the defense's fault right there. I mean, you got to push Mourning much farther away than that.
Jokic kicks to Bibby. And again, it's Malotto from deep.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Here's Johnson. Nowitzki with the rebound. Nowitzki's got 4 rebounds in this game. Floyd passes to Nowitzki. Over Johnson. Johnson with the defensive effort. Charlotte trails by 15. Curry on the wing. Pass to Bogues. Stolen by Bibby. Here's Pierce. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
Pierce showing off a little bit off the dribble that time. Very creative with that move.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. And the Hornets call time here.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
Fans, your team.
Big group substitution here for Honolulu. Kevin Love's checked in for Jokic. Lowry Marketing comes in for Nowitzki. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Paul Pierce. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Floyd. Gill is checked in for Charlotte. Now, here's Johnson. The shot comes out. And here's Honolulu. Big stretch here going 10-2. Markkanen passes to Ingram. Honolulu passing it around. Bibby misses. Charlotte trails by 17. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Gill. Mourning. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
It's Ingram on the wing. Fultz against Bibby. And Mourning sends it back. Outside Curry from past the arc. Hands it from downtown.
Look at Mourning making the unselfish play, giving it away rather than forcing the shot.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Bibby with the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. They're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
That is first personal foul. 15 fouls.
There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. Bogues dishes to Mourning. Bogues against Bibby. And with that, the Honolulu lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Bogues.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Bibby against Bogues. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter.
Home team foul.
And we'll get a look at Matthews again. He's been going for Honolulu.
They've been running away from the defense all game. Points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
And Honolulu making a change here. Jokic is checked in, and Redick kicks to Bibby. He can't get it to go. Curry is a nice D. Charlotte trails by 10. Shoots over Redick. Here's Johnson. Oh! Right to the side.
impressive leaping ability. Terrific at rising up for the throwdown.
Here's Charlotte. Passes to Gill. Wide open. Goes back up. And Johnson with the layup good.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
And he commits the intentional foul. Nowitzki's checked in for Honolulu. DeRozan comes in for J.J. Redick. And a switch here also for Charlotte. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Bowles. And the shot goes in.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch.
And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 4. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth.
We love to give away shirts to our loudest fans. Now is the time to grab a free shirt.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Mike Bibby.
Well, I tell you what, DeRozan has been incredible with his attacking at the offensive end, and it's been all game long. Never hesitating to attack a gap in the defense, and then he found a lot of points by slicing his way right to the cup.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter and Hall of Famer, David O.
Kevin had a chance to find out what Charlotte's coach is doing over those guys. The coach told his players, hey, they're feeling the pressure over there. Keep pressing, keep fighting. They're starting to crack. Let's get this game moving.
Thanks so much, David.
And as long as they keep doing that type of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 6. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It drops.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
So they foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul.
That's the first, and that puts them up by 5.
So much to like about the shooting ability from Dirk. He has revolutionized the guys stretching the floor.
And the Hornets call time here. They trail by 6. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Maybe against Ball. Pass to Gill. Back to Ball. He kicks it to Curry. From outside, off the mark. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
At the line for your home team, Mike Bibby. 2 shots.
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. Here's Curry. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
Yeah, and I'm confident Coach was reminding everybody, don't foul at the start of that possession. Obviously, he didn't get the message.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his second personal foul.
It's the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
For your home team.
So it gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Here's Ball. Misses. So Honolulu wins it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. From both ends, it just didn't.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. It's another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Tonight, we'll see the Hawks as they play against Honolulu. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. Now, the opening lineup for Atlanta. And it's Mutombo in at center. And for Honolulu, they've got Kyrie Irving, and it's Duncan in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Martin. Down low. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Wilkins. No good. A bit long that time. Here's Atlanta with the ball. Here's Whitman. No luck on that one. Here's Martin. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
You know, Tim Duncan does a nice job, especially when one of his guys is open. That floor awareness of his, dime drop.
Rivers, the pass to Wilkins. Oh, big time right there. And a big time jam right there.
Oh, the human highlight reel. And another one to his back. Martin with some extra sizzle on that slam. That dude's just showing off now.
Pass to Wilkins. Takes the 3. Drills it from deep. Wilkins has got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it. And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Irving. Here's Wilkins. Martin with the ball. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. 6 points for him.
Good to see Martin taking the aggressive path inside. He knows how effective he can be when he does that.
Pass to Wilkins. Here's Willis. Out to the wing. Whitman passes to Willis. And he buries his first look.
With the rock inside, hey, Willis has one thing on his mind. Let's go to work.
To the paint. Here's Martin. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Wilkins. And it's blocked by Martin.
Got to be careful around Martin. Kenyon Martin's athleticism allows him to send shots in reverse with force.
Here's McGrady. Pass to Martin. Here's Whitman. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Taken away. Here's the break. Oh, my goodness. Disrespectful. Boom. He jams it straight down.
Oh, the human highlight reel. And another one to his package.
Now a timeout call by Atlanta. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. Davis misses.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall. You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time. It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. He's much better off making him go to the line.
It's both from the stripe.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Atlanta trails by 3. And it's Davis penetrating. Pass to Carr. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
The reach, the athleticism, the timing. No surprise, Giannis swatted that one away.
And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Can't connect from short range. Here's Atlanta with the ball. Here's Davis. Here's Rollins. Antetokounmpo with the block. Here's Wade. Smith. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Far from just a jump shooter now. Smith also impressive at finishing in close.
58 seconds left in the opening quarter. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Pass to Wembanyama. Now Davis. Yet to see a basket. Here's Webb. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Here we go. Ball's going up the court.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
27 seconds left in the first quarter here. The ball's knocked loose. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Pass to Wade. Here's Wembanyama. Yes, it's good.
There were questions about Wembanyama's streak coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Davis, the pass to Wilkins. Here's Webb. And the three-pointer goes. Webb's got 5.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Honolulu on top, leading by 4. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Honolulu.
They've not been passive at all on defense early on. Challenging shots, and it's resulted in a number of blocks. Yeah, I also like how they've immediately gotten out in transition. They came to run, and we'll see if they can keep it up.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. And it's Whitman in at the small forward position.
It's almost like you can see Richardson's eyes light up on the break. He loves the opportunities to get these easy scores.
Here's Rivers. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You know, with his level of quickness, it's tough to keep up defensively.
Honolulu leading by 4. Here's Richardson. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
I really like the composure Richardson shows under pressure. Never allow contact on the shot to bounce.
Honolulu shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shot for the night. He hits the 2nd from the line. Atlanta trails by 5. Here's Rivers. Here's Mutombo. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And at 7'2", all Mutombo needs is a position near the hoop, and he throws it down.
And Exel passes to Wembanyama. Oh, it's Wemby!
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Rivers. Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
Please give a big round of applause for your guest team. Give them a hand for your guest team.
The home team on D. Here's Whitman, defended by Jones. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. McGrady, the pass to Irving. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Irving's got his first points of the game.
Love watching Irving do his work in there. Kyrie's so good and crafty in tight.
Here's Rivers. Off target with the 3. Honolulu leading by 7. Jones, the pass to McGrady. Here's Duncan.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Atlanta trails by 7. Pass to Rivers. Here's Mutombo, defended by Jones. Shoots a fadeaway, and off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
Big fella doing some work from the mid-range. Dikembe's more than just a post presence.
Inside. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Wilkins. Tipped. Here's McGrady. No made baskets yet. Duncan. And he dunks it down.
Duncan is not messing around when he's in this deep. All business. Very assertive and effective.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Whitman. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Kyrie Irving. Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
2 shots.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Honolulu leading by 8. Here's Jones. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
It looked like that was going to be blocked, but then he pulled the Houdini act and flipped it in for the score.
1:43 left to play in the first half. Pass to Webb. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Webb's got 7.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Here's Ori. Outside Jones. Now Irving. To the left wing. McGrady, the pass to Irving. Hastings with a rebound. And Davis has got the ball here for Atlanta. Trailing by 8. The shot by Webb, no good.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
There's There's 42 seconds left in the first half of this one. And a hand on it.
Excellent defensive timing that time by Tim Duncan.
Here's Irving. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. And now it's a 12-point Honolulu lead. Here's Webb. He's got 7.
If they're going to play 94 feet of defense here, they're going to try to make something happen with the full court press.
It's deflected. They retain possession. Pass to Whitman. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's McGrady. Check by Davis. McGrady, the pass to Irving. To the middle. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. They just let him get right to the rim.
He should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Honolulu on top, leading by 14. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. They've got Kyrie Irving, and it's Duncan in at the center position. That's the group for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. There's the block. Horry passes to Jones, to the wing on the left. Here's Horry. Here's McGrady. No good on the 3.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Here's Wilkins. The three-pointer off the mark. Honolulu leading by 14. Jones, the pass to Horry. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
Most often we see Horry camping out at the three-point line. That time, he goes right to the rim.
Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And Irving powers it home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? I mean, the throw down at the end? I tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows pain them even more.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handle, and that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Rivers to the inside. Willis. And he banks in the layup. Willis has got 6 points.
Making people around him better. One of the things Doc is best known for. Doc Rivers, that is.
Smith passes to Martin. Another shot. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Davis, he's checked in for Atlanta.
And Martin seems to have his game face on all the time. Plays with a lot of ferocity. A high-flying forward who gets after it on defense.
Here's Rivers. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed.
Nice bounce pass. That's just good fundamental basketball.
Martin, the pass to Wilkins. Again, the miss by Honolulu. Atlanta trails by 19. Into the lane. Here's Wilkins. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Martin. Smith right side. Pass to Van Exel. Now here's Martin. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
An elite scorer. demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
To the paint. Here's Davis. And the officials call goaltending. So they'll award the basket.
Good hustle right there. I love that effort. Just a little late in the act.
And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for Honolulu. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. They get the rebound. Pass to Wilkins. Here's Van Exel. There's the three. Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo. They shoot again. It's picked off. Here's Rivers. Covered by Smith. Rivers, good.
Doing damage inside. Rivers absolutely fearless. Loves to take it up in there.
Here's Van Exel. He hangs. It's rebounded by Carr.
Hey, I like creativity in a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Davis. That one drops for him. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
Obviously, Doc Rivers really feels and thinks the game. Picks out smart openings and really makes clever passes, too.
And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Checking in for the away team,
The three, Smith. The rebound by Atlanta. Here's Webb. He has 7. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Davis from long range. And it's Martin with the rebound. Martin's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Antetokounmpo finds Smith. They swipe it. Davis with it. Martin picks him up. Pass to Rollins. Here's Webb. Here's Rollins. He's guarded by Martin. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Rollins showing some physicality on that play, making trouble for the defense and able to draw the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for 2.
And the second free throw is good. Honolulu leading by 16. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Wilkins, pass to Smith. Let's go with a 3. Count it from distance. Smith's got 5 now.
I think this is J.R. Smith at his very best. Outstanding at capitalizing on the catch-and-shoot opportunity.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the ball.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here. No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Pass to Carr. Rebound by Honolulu. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now. For 3, Smith. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
It just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's Honolulu. A huge 24-point lead for them. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And the Hawks looking at who they've got. And it's Rivers in at the point guard position.
Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
Here's Webb. Antetokounmpo with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Antetokounmpo touched it last. A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Collins inside. Antetokounmpo's there. Tony, no good. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Wilkins can't hit. Pass to Irving. The deep three. The rebound by Atlanta. Outside Davis. Now here's Collins. Antetokounmpo with the block. And here they come. Here's Wilkins. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
One of the great strengths of his game, Wilkins so strong in the air, flushing it down.
And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Out left to the wing. And the basket by Tony. Tony's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact. Man, good whistle there. Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Honolulu?
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
One other thing they've done very well has been scoring inside, just pounding and grinding down there.
Here's Wade. High post Davis. Oh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
First team foul.
The first free throw is good.
For the away team, Davis taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Davis. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving.
First team foul.
That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Davis. Pass to Konkak. Goes up at the elbow. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Wade, that's good.
Now you have to extend that defensively. You really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Now here's Davis. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Timeout called. Honolulu.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. Irving's gone 5 of 7 from the floor here.
2 minutes.
Davis down low, covered by Wembanyama. They get it back. Hastings off with the layup. Outside Irving. Down low. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And I like seeing McGrady rise up for the dunk. Has amazing leaping ability and good reach, too. He makes it look easy.
Outside Davis. A minute and a half left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Rebound by Honolulu. McGrady's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside, stolen by Davis. Wembanyama with some nice D.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Irving's gone 6 of 8. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul so far.
2nd team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team.
1 minute left to play in the 4th quarter. Davis, the pass to Tony. at 6. To stop the run. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. On offense, here's Honolulu. Borey passes to Irving. Outside for Wembanyama. Here's McGrady. Out to the right wing. From the arc. It's hauled in by Rollins.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Webb. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Yeah, it's hard to not be captivated by the little fella, Spud Webb. 5'7", but he's got a 42-inch vertical bounce.
Driving in. Whitman. No good off the back of the rim. Richardson, the pass to Ori. The 3 is up. No good. And so it's Honolulu with the W. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark.
Can't wait to see you again very soon.